Hello and welcome to the audio newsletter for the 30th of August 2023, presented by me, Sarah, and Michelle.
This fortnight's newsletter was opened by NatRoad CEO Warren Clark, discussing the opportunity he had received to address the Federal State Select Committee on the Cost of Living, which is currently examining ways to drive down economic costs facing all Australians. It was a chance to send a message about the importance of road freight as an essential service and to use NatRoad's research from 2022 to make this point further on behalf of the industry.
The NatRoad conference will feature plenty of options for attendees to dive into a masterclass on the afternoon of 28th September. Here's what's in store. In just 2.5 hours, lawyer Gillian Bristow will demystify the law as it relates to transport and logistics. She'll reveal common traps in the industry and explain confusing concepts to ensure that you understand what you're signing up for when you put pen to paper. Her masterclass will be full of practical examples with plenty of opportunity to pose questions. Melissa Weller from Healthy Heads in Trucks and Sheds, Dr. Jennifer Ward, and Krisha Hunt of AP Consulting will talk mental health in their masterclass. You'll build your understanding of how to identify and control risks in the workplace using a practical toolkit to create and enhance psychological health and safety.
The link between state of mind and fatigue will be the basis of a masterclass from Dr. Amanda Stevens of the Monash University Research Centre. You'll hear how often we drive as we feel and make decisions based on mood, not circumstance. John Barry, Digital Products Manager from the National Heavy Vehicle Regulator, will also be hosting a masterclass. Head to the conference page of our website or click on the link in your newsletter to register for this insightful event.
Recently, the topic of how long an employer needs to keep employee records was raised. The Fair Work Commission is very clear that employers must keep time and wages records for 7 years. These records must be readily accessible to a Fair Work inspector, legible and in English. Time and wages records can't be false or misleading and cannot be altered unless it is to correct an error. Employee records are private and confidential. Only the employer, payroll staff, the employee, and authorized individuals such as an accountant can access these records.
If an employee asks to see their records, an employer must make them available. This includes after an employee has ceased employment. If an employee is paid an annual wage under an award, employers are required to keep extra records for these employees. Penalties for slack record keeping can be hefty if the matter goes to court. Also of note is that in Victoria, a requirement to keep employee records regarding COVID-19 vaccination has expired, and this information should be securely destroyed.
Ampol is proud to welcome the new Ampol Halfway Creek service station, located northbound on the M1 just south of Grafton at 50 Kangala Road, corner Pacific Way, Halfway Creek, New South Wales 2460. This is a new truck-friendly site with dedicated canopies for trucks and passenger vehicles, with access accessible for both north and southbound Pacific motorway vehicles via dedicated turning lanes. This site is also part of the National Truck Network program.
Some of the site's features include amplified premium unleaded fuel range, ultra high flow diesel pumps with amplified premium diesel and AdBlue, truckee lounge and ensuite facilities, B-double access, an on-site hot food offer with a kitchen and dining area. Your Ampol card is welcome here and across the network of over 1,900 locations Australia-wide. Catch up with a fellow NatRoad member at Ampol Halfway Creek. If you have any queries or would like further information about the Ampol NatRoad deal and the sites, please contact Ampol customer service on 1300 784 009.
If you're still using a mobile phone that's on the 3G network, it's time to consider an upgrade. You may have noticed more dropouts or increasingly patchy reception. That is because TPG and Optus have all announced that their 3G networks will cease to operate and are gradually moving resources to 4G and 5G. Vodafone is doing the same and is expected to follow with a sunset date.
There are many devices in use that can only operate on 3G. NatRoad's advice to members is to audit your mobile devices and replace any still using 3G proactively.
As always, if you have any questions or queries regarding items discussed in this newsletter, do not hesitate to contact us on 1-800-272-144 or email info@natroad.com.au. We would like to thank Prime Creative Media for sponsoring this newsletter.